Hi folks, welcome to Greg's Workshop. I'm Greg, and today we're going to put a roof on the shed. For roofing, I decided to go with Sun Tough, which is a corrugated plastic made by Polrum. We're going to go with the white color. It's kind of translucent. It'll provide some light inside the shed. You need to start off by putting in these filler strips. These are going to go across every purlin all the way from one end to the other. And then we'll screw them in from the top. I'm not doing any sheathing because I honestly just don't need to. The Sun Tough is rated for 20 pounds per square foot snow load, which is the rating in my area. Now that 20-pound rating comes with a caveat that you need to have horizontal supports every 36 inches, as well as your rafters, no more than 24-inch centers. So here I'm starting to do it. My camera died again halfway through, plus it isn't a very good angle anyway. I started off pre-drilling the holes before I put the screws in. That just didn't really work, so I just went straight to putting the screws straight through. They're kind of self-tapping anyway. Unfortunately, according to the instructions, I was supposed to drill 1/4-inch holes through the plastic to allow for expansion and contraction, which I didn't do. So we'll see how that goes. And right there you could see me putting in more of those purlins in between each rafter. And here I've progressed to the other side. I was able to get the camera inside so it was out of the sun and didn't shut down like it did before. Kind of hard working on these ladders. It's pretty tall in there and there's not a lot of room to get up there. Purlins I used and the sleepers are 2x3s. For the sleepers on the outside edge I just cut little notches in so they run from that second rafter through the end rafter and then over into the overhang. All right, we're all done for the day. All the screws in. I got a few more to put in over there. I couldn't quite reach from the edge. So this took 7 sheets, a half sheet on each end plus 6 in the middle. You can see they're overlapped by one ridge. Screws are mostly in straight lines, good enough. Need to trim the edges, obviously. I need a second person to help strike that chalk line, so when I get help that'll happen. Put a gutter on the back. Otherwise, it's time to work on the greenhouse. So you can see over here, I already have a trench, where is it? There it is. I already have a trench dug for the greenhouse foundation. So we're going to be basically working on either the shed or the greenhouse. The greenhouse is the priority. If it's nice out, I'll work on the greenhouse part. If it's rainy out, I'll work on the shed. I still need to do doors, I need to do a partition wall, I need to paint, all that good stuff. So there's plenty of work left to do. And here's the final look at the roof. You can see the sunlight shines through beautifully. All the framing's in, it's all straight, it's all square. It looks good, I like it. I can't wait to go on. Hey, I know I said in the beginning of this video that this episode was going to be only roofing. Turns out I only had 3.5 minutes worth of video for that, and that's not long enough. So, to finish out the video, we're going to build this door, maybe build a partition wall. I've got 3 hours to work. We'll see how it goes. Got the panel cut. I'm going to take these 2x3s, I'm going to cut them to length, 2 long ones, 2 short ones. Then we're going to rip them down a little bit to get that bull nose off so we get a nice square edge. And then we'll get it put together. So to put this door together, I'm going to take these 2x3s. I've cut a 1/4 inch off just to get a good crisp, clean edge on the edge. We're going to glue and nail all around the perimeter here. I'm going to put in a little bit of extra blocking to mount a doorknob or door handle. I think I'm probably going to use just a standard exterior. I haven't quite decided yet. Also some extra blocking for the hinges. Then we're going to get the siding that we cut out from that door opening, lay it on here, get that all tacked down, get everything tacked down and glued, and put together. I got this idea from Sam over at Samcraft. Right now in mid-February, he's in the middle of a shop shed build. This is how he did his door, although I think he used 2x4s. My door is going to be smaller. His argument is basically this is what a door looks like on the inside. If you buy a hollow core door, this is what it looks like, except that they use even thinner skin. So this should work fine. I'm using brads on the backside just to hold all this in place while the glue dries. Glue is Type Bond 3, nice and waterproof. Here I'm putting in extra blocking for the hinges and the door latch. And now for the exterior. I'm using the regular siding, LP Smart Side. I'm using glue, and I'm also, in this case, using the 2-inch stainless ring shank siding nails. So these LP Smart Side panels are cut from that door. I cut it with circular saw, standing up, trying to follow the line. It wasn't perfect. So what I need to do next is take the router with a flush trim bit, go all the way around the outside, and we'll clean it up. We'll get some hinges mounted, we'll take it out, mount it on the shed. And now hinges. 3 probably would have been better, but I only blocked up for 2, so we'll see how they hold up. Taking the router around here, trimmed all this flush with the framing. I've got 2 1/8-inch shims on the bottom to hold the door up off a little bit. We'll get it put in, get the hinges on over here, and then we'll put in a, I don't know what you would call it, a sill? A little strip behind it there so the door doesn't swing in too far. I'll look that up. Door jamb. That's the word I was looking for. I've ripped these pieces of 3/4 inch scrap MDO out into strips about 1.5 inches wide. They're going to go right up here. I've taken my combination square and I've set it to the exact thickness of the door plus a 1/16 of an inch. So it'll be set back just slightly. We can put some weather stripping or something in there if we want to. So come up here from the outside, make a couple marks. We're going to be using a finish nailer this time. Haven't brought that one out yet on the channel, but bought it a few years ago when I was building another shed. Works great, just don't use it very much, but shoots 2-inch staple or 2-inch nails, so it's just the right thing. Here I'm scribing to fit. It's better than measuring. Just make the mark right there, you can cut it, you know it's going to fit. Now we'll test close the door. Can't show you this because it's raining out here, but it's good. It's just about a 1/16 to maybe an 1/8 in. That'll work just fine. One last thing I need to do, I need to paint the cut edges of this LP siding, or any engineered wood product siding for that matter, because that's where the water is going to soak in. So We want to get some paint on there to help protect that and get that done with just about what daylight we have left. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get to framing the partition wall today. There will be a wall right here, give us a 4-foot hand tool storage over there, 8-foot of power tool storage over here. Going to frame it with 2x3s. You can see the sunlight's failing. Although I have this much light at what's almost dusk, so there's a lot shining through the roof. I'm really happy with that. Also, no leaks. It's rained at least half an inch in the last 16 hours or so. Don't see any signs of leaks at all, so that's a plus. Folks, if you enjoyed that video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified of new videos every Saturday morning, and I'll see you next week for some other part of this project on Greg's Workshop.